And the last 2.5 years, especially the last year, has been especially eventful. What
It
do you
has.
think gave Eggs Up Grill a leg up in the pandemic?
Ron, I think that our progress through all of it and what has turned into really strong success has got to start with the brand reputation that's in place. It's a brand that's well loved with its consumers. It's got that really sweet blend of a brand name that people know and trust, but most importantly, it's the local connection through our franchise ownership, our local franchisees that build those personal relationships in the communities they do business in. So the combination of both of those, I think, really set the foundation for us to end up in a very successful place as we've come through the pandemic. We put together a very simple framework as soon as this happened. It was about survivability, sustainability, and then growth. And survivability was about allowing the franchisees the space that they needed to stabilize their business. As franchisors, we're only as successful as our franchisees are. So it was making smart decisions about allowing them to keep their restaurants open or close their restaurants if they felt that was the right thing to do in that time period, to understand their financial situation. We waived fees across that time period, as well as we all tried to get a handle on really what was going on and what was it going to take for us to be successful in that situation.
You added 9 stores last year during the pandemic. What were the special challenges, and what do you see as far as growth going forward?
The special challenge, we had 2, you are correct. We opened 9 last year. We had 2 restaurants that sat finished for, 90 days. They were both ready to open mid to late March. Excitingly, those of the 9 that we opened last year, 3 of those are in the top 10 of our total average unit sales, if you look at a kind of annualized basis right now. So really pleased with those. So the special challenges were the uncertainty and trying to give franchisees good direction in that time period. Should they open? Should they remain closed? Being nimble in how we trained in that type of environment. So the whole recruitment and training process in the middle of a pandemic is a little bit different as you adapt operational standards to protect the health and safety of your franchisees, of their team members, and of the guests. So it had some unique challenges, but really excited about the record year that we had. We are on track to open 12 restaurants this year, potentially 13. We just finished a development meeting this morning. And then we'll do more than 20 restaurants next year in 2022. We've got a very full pipeline from a development standpoint. So really excited about the momentum we have in place right now.
Everybody's been talking about the labor shortage, and you mentioned that, but do you think the breakfast lunch day part that Eggs Up Grill plays in makes it easier or harder for recruiting and retaining staff?
Ron, I think there's a couple of things about our brand and our brand positioning that help us in that situation. From my background in casual dining, having team members, being able to staff with quality team members has always been job one, really over the last decade that I was in that role. And it was really interesting to me joining Eggs Up. I didn't hear that from my franchise partners as I came on board. They were all very stable and really pleased with the team. As I said, coming out of this, particularly early here in 2021, it's been more of a priority for us. But what I think helps us is the day part. So there's a real certainty to schedules. As we, those of us in the restaurant business know, a lot of folks in our industry like to work multiple jobs. And so having the stability of that schedule is appealing, makes it more flexible for them to get a second job. For those that just want one job, the fact that they're off in the middle of the afternoon for the rest of the day, they can, have a great place to work, make good money, and then have their afternoons and evenings off. That's very appealing for someone in the hospitality industry. And then the other thing, besides just the kind of culture of our brand, the fact that we've got that local ownership. So they're not just working for a brand or working for whoever the latest general manager is in a restaurant. They can develop that personal relationship with the franchise owner. So the owner of that business, I think, gives us kind of the best of both worlds: a great environment, solid brand with a great reputation, and then a personal relationship they can develop with their franchise partners.
Besides the basics, that return on investment, What's attractive about Eggs Up Grill from a franchisee standpoint?
You know, a lot of our franchise, I was just talking to my head of development this morning. We were looking at our what we call our hypo pipeline of future franchise prospects that we have. And of the 22 hottest candidates we have right now, 12 of them list on their interest and in our conversations with them that they've been a guest at Eggs Up Grill. So I think it's that experience. It's that friendliness, it's the warmth, it's the approachability of the concept. It's a very mainstream America type concept. It's very casual, it's very friendly, as I said. And so I think they enjoy that emotional connection. And our industry is a very emotional business, right? When you can trigger those right emotional responses around quality of service and cleanliness and friendliness, I think that they enjoy that and they want to bring that to their community. For the more sophisticated or larger appetite type franchisees, it's certainly, I think the consistency of results that we see across the system. We've never closed a restaurant in the history of the brand. So there's stability from a brand reputation and sustainability standpoint. The economics are compelling as well. And then I also think, Ron, that they see that with many brands in our industry, they reach a kind of a momentum inflection point as they go from a very small local or regional concept into one that has a larger footprint and starts building and amplifying a reputation. And the appeal to get on the front side of that sales momentum, I think, is one of the things that's becoming very intriguing for, I say sophisticated, but people that have more experience in the industry and a larger appetite from a footprint standpoint. So it's one of the things I'm really excited about as we see more restaurants open and as we continue to see this sales momentum that we built in the business.
And final question, as a brand executive, having such successful unit growth and sales in the past year and a very full pipeline going forward, what do you find most exciting about the business?
Gosh, Ron, what I enjoy about this is the day-to-day interaction with our franchise partners. It's just really, it's exciting to see growth, always exciting to be around growth. But when you're growing in an environment where you've got people that from those with much larger growth appetites to those that are kind of putting all their chips in the middle of the table, there's a really special relationship you develop, a special, I think, accountability and responsibility to be represent what they're looking for, to listen and to help build a successful business collectively. So those relationships are really, really exciting. And it's working in our meeting with one of our franchisees that's under development at our training restaurant on Sunday. We had breakfast together and just looking at his excitement, but also looking around the restaurant and all the happy guests. It's why I've been in this business as long as I have. You can't beat that instant gratification from providing great experiences to guests.
And how much bacon does Eggs Up Grill go through in a typical period?
More than some of our suppliers can keep up with right now, thankfully. But it's a, who doesn't love bacon? And Ron, we just launched today. I know you didn't ask about this, but we just launched today a new promotion called Summer of Yum. And we have banana pudding French toast and key lime pancakes are the two hero items that we've introduced here, and really excited about those.
Key lime pancakes. You're definitely a geographic thing there.
We're paying homage to our beach orientation and the Southeast focus for sure with both of those.
Well, Ricky, thank you a lot for spending the time with us today, and wish you all the success in the year ahead.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your interest, Ron.